Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my June favorites. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. My first favorite of the month is you. I just want to thank you again so much for all of your support, all of your comments. What I love so much about reviewing items or trying out items that have been on the market for a while, like I've been trying La Mer, Chanel, those standard things that go with that line, is that you have tried these and have so many wonderful tips to share with me. So I just want to thank you so much for that, because I do learn so much. And some of you leave quite extensive comments, which I am amazed at the knowledge that's out there. So thank you so much for that. Keep that information coming, because it really is so helpful to me, and I'm sure to other people who are reading the comments. And I just wanted to thank you also for using the affiliate links. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been purchasing more items because you've been using the affiliate links, which I get a small commission from, but a little bit adds up, and I'm definitely able to expand a little bit more and try more items out and actually purchase maybe a couple shades of the same item, where in the past I would have just purchased one. So I'm able to do that a little bit more to give you some more information. So thank you so much for that. I just want you to know I do notice and I appreciate it. So thank you. I have a lot of things here. They're kind of random, but let's start with this one. I feel like you're gonna think I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to beauty to actually say this is a favorite, because it was something that I talked about being disappointed in, and now I use it every day, and I feel like I would continue to purchase this over and over. It just is like a funny product though. It is the Sisley SPF 50 Tinted Sun Care Stick. So, I mean, look at how much I've used so far. I don't know how much was in there, but that's all that's left. So I have been using this as an everyday kind of thing. Since this is a little bit more emollient, it actually, when you put it on, will seem greasy. So if you do get this, because I've been talking about it, just know when you put it on, it's going to feel and look awful. It's going to be greasy, it's going to be too thick, but you just have to continue working it into the skin. It's going to take a couple minutes, but once it's there, it stays put. So this is what I do on days when I don't have time, or I'm going straight outside, or I need to go out into the world briefly and know I'm going to take a shower right away when I come home. I will clean my face, tone, and then go directly with this, skipping moisturizer altogether. I will use this as a concealer under the eye. And then I go in with this very sad looking blush, but it's the Color Science blush. So I go in with this, and that's how much is left of this. So these are really great SPF products for daily use. So these two. Yeah, so if you do get this, work it into your skin, and it's going to look so much better than when you put it on. So out of foundations, if you saw my vlog, I tested the Sisley next to the La Mer. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to go check it out, then go do that now and come back, because I'm going to talk about which one was my favorite. So my favorite was not because of performance, because it works really nicely with my concealer, my Clé de Peau concealer. It is the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation in the shade Buff. I really like the shade. I love the finish. I've been pulling for this every time I do a video, because I know it's going to look good. Another thing I've been loving is, might surprise you, is this Chanel product. It's the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. Not because I think it's an amazing bronzer. In fact, it is a little bit difficult to see on my skin. I wish they would come out with different shades in this, because I love the finish of it. It's so easy to apply and so easily blended into the skin. What I like is the effect that you get, say you've got two different foundations, that look. So if you have a lighter foundation in the center and then a deeper one on the exterior, it gives me that effect. So it kind of brings back my forehead to its natural color, and then just kind of continues it down here. I love it for my neck, because I don't like foundation on my neck. I don't like the feeling, but I do need a little bit of color here to kind of meld it into my shoulders. And so I have it on now. I do put it on my neck as well. So I really like it for that. Again, I wish they would come out, look how close it is to my skin, but I wish they would come out with a different color. I think it is the color of my forehead. So I did use that today, but when I want to intensify it, I've been going in with this, and I pulled for this quite a bit, the Terracotta Matte Sculpting Powder by Guerlain in medium. So I do have that as well, because sometimes when I put this, oh, by the way, Thank you so much for all the tips on this. I have been applying it foundation, this, and then powder. So thank you for that tip. That's one of the things that I learned from your comments, was to put this under the powder, which I really like. But then sometimes when I powder, it gets a little bit lost. So then I will go ahead and intensify in some areas with this. I think this is such a beautiful shade. Let's see how closely they kind of align. So there they are together. So this is just like a little bit deeper than this, but they are in the kind of the same family. So they work really well together. So if you have this and you kind of want to intensify, this is really beautiful with it. I've been loving this, like I thought I would, the Charlotte Tilbury Desert Haze palette. For this area up here, the crease area, what I do though is I take this shade and this shade, so these two together, I'll kind of like put the brush between them and blend them together. Or I'll do this too. I've done this where I take these two at the same time and I go in the same area right here. So this is really pretty, and this is a nice base color as well if you are my coloring. Really nice all matte shades. This is a really good palette. I am using it for what I anticipated it for, was to pull for that matte color, because everything else I have is shimmery. So it works with the most of my palettes. I feel like a broken record with this one, but it is the Chantecaille blush. Like I've been really using this. So it is beautiful. I just wanted to mention it one more time in case you were thinking about it. It's beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful blushes I have ever tried. So I have mine in Manta Ray, the one that is the coral shade, although it does have a lot of pink in it. So it's not orangey, but it's a very nice, like pinky coral shade. Melds really well with the skin, doesn't sit on top of it like powder. You get that glow to your cheeks. It's stunning. I don't really love samples, as I've said before, but I did get a couple of Charlotte Tilbury samples. They were actually something I was looking for. I was glad I had it because my skin was so dry and I thought, I wish I had Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. And I did. I had this really great sample, and it is beautiful. If you have dry skin and you need to prep your makeup, it did a really nice job of taking care of those dry, flaky patches and really moisturizing them so they didn't stick out with the makeup. I saw that she had that new light version of it. I'm curious about it. Let me know what you think about it. Yeah, just curious about it. I feel like for more oily skin, that might be better. So I am kind of watching that one. I might be convinced to buy it. Let me know. And then it came with this Multi-Miracle Glow. And I thought, what is this? And it says it's a cleaner mask and balm. And I thought, you know what I could use this for is when my skin's really dry. So I started using it kind of in conjunction with this. And it worked really well. So what I was doing was getting out of the shower and then toning and doing all that stuff, but not moisturizing. So instead of moisturizer, I would put this on and really let it soak in for a couple of hours and then put on moisturizer, this one, and then do my makeup. And it was doing such a nice job of taking care of that dryness. Really like those together. But I thought, okay, so my skin's kind of returning to normal. So I didn't need the Magic Cream right away. But you know what I love with this balm? Well, actually I loved it so much I purchased the full size. It's a really large full size. This is what it looks like, gigantic. It says Cleanser Mask Balm for Baby Soft Skin. You can use it as a cleanser, which I really haven't done because I feel like I'm wasting it that way. But there's 3.4 ounces in there. And let me see if I can show you. So it looks like this. Kind of looks like Baume de Rose, but it's not. It's more like a gel texture. Really nice. Very smooth. This is great, kind of like what I was using, that Clé de Peau multi-use oil. I think that's what it was. There's a really nice Clé de Peau oil. So I swim. So what's been happening is that I'll film a video, I'll go swimming, but then it's not time to do my nighttime skin routine yet. It might be like 5 o'clock when I get out of the pool. And then I don't want to start because I have lots of kind of active ingredients that work on my skin that I don't want on there for so long. What I do is I get out of the pool, take a shower, make sure my face is clean, that all the chlorine's off, all that SPF is off. I will go in and tone, and then I will put this on. or this little one, which I've been using. And I let it sit between the time I get out of the shower until it is time for the nighttime routine, so around 9 o'clock. So for a few hours, this is sitting on my skin, and then I go ahead and I tone again, and then I do my nighttime routine. So it's really nice as like an in-between. So if you are like working out or something like that in the middle of the day, but it's not time yet to go and do your nighttime routine, by the time you take a shower, you might think about something like this as like a placeholder almost. It really does a nice job of nourishing your skin as well while it's sitting on there. So I really like it for that. So that's why I bought it, not for the cleanser purpose. I feel like that's a very expensive cleanser if you use it as a cleanser, but I really like it for the balm mask, which is funny because I don't really use masks. Ooh, yeah, here it is. It's a really pretty fragrance. I don't know what it is, but it's very gentle and fresh and a little bit floral. Yeah, I'm not the best at describing fragrance, but it's very pleasant. I did want to show you my Goss brushes. I've been enjoying using them. They are different than every other brush that I have. I've been kind of experimenting with them. What I love the most, I've been using this little one the most, is to use it to take the eyeshadow and go in this motion. So it's like an upward, outward motion with this one. I've been loving it for that. I've been using this larger one for powder, like under my eyes. Really nice. I like the amount that it picks up for loose powder. And then this one I've been using for blush. That's right. This one's I'm using for blush, and then I tried this as a highlighter. So you can be more intentional with a highlighter when you use that more tapered end. So what I've been doing, because you know I love my Ray Morris brushes, and I got really excited because at first I thought this was a magnet. It's not. It's a little loop. So it's going to buy a necklace holder, a necklace organizer. Then I thought I want to still use this Ray Morris frame. So I thought, let me get some hooks. So I got these magnetic hooks. I stuck them on the end here so you can see they're very, very strong, but they adhere. So I have 3 hooks here now, and then I just hang them on the hooks. So if you have the Ray Morris organizer now, the only thing is that they're longer than this frame. So it hangs off the edge of my table and it just hangs off the side. So that's how I store these. But I didn't want to add too much other stuff to my vanity. I like to keep it pretty clean, but that's how I store these. Yeah, I've been loving those brushes. They're so different than everything else I have. This is not, I don't know, it's not luxury, but the pricing is not inexpensive either. I get so many questions about my brows. This is a base that I use. It's the Wonder Brow Long Lasting Brow Gel. So I just want to show you this packaging because I think this is updated packaging because there's an updated tool in here. So you get the Wonder Brow as normal, but there used to be a spoolie that was in here, but now they have this. So it's a spoolie and then it's a brush. And I've been using this. It's so nice. It's kind of like a game changer in terms of using this product because if you go in straight with a brush, it's a lot of product, especially if you're not used to using it. And then if you take this and you thin them out, it looks so much more natural than with the spoolie. So, I mean, the spoolie's nice because I'll go in, I'll apply this. I will use this to kind of thin it out a little bit and then go into the spoolie and just kind of break up any excess product. But this is really nice. So I think it depends on this. Make sure that the one you have, I'll try and see. I can't guarantee the link I put below will have this one, but it shows you on the back that it has the spoolie and it has the brush. So look for that one if you are looking for it. I meant to say this in my last favorites, I totally forgot. This is not a surprise, but this is the 6.5 Ray Morris brush. It just is the most unique shape, but I use it to just blend this area because it's so tricky for me here. But it is created for hooded eyes, is one of the eye shapes it's created for to help smooth this area because it is tricky. So yeah, it's just such a great brush. If you're gonna get one Ray Morris brush, it's either this one or the Ultimate Cheekbone brush. But if you have trouble with your eye shape, this is excellent. And it has the magnet on the bottom, so it does work with that magnetic system, which is why one of the reasons I love Ray Morris brushes. So then we've got lots of lip products. I have been enjoying wearing lipstick, even though I'm at home. Things are falling. Yeah, I've been enjoying lipstick even though I've been at home. So I thought I'd bring a few of my lipsticks I've been wearing on repeat, either in videos or just like for fun. The first one is this Chanel. It's a really great berry color. It's Camellia Grenat 617. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous color, beautiful finish. I always pair mine with glosses. Yeah, there's really a time I don't pair it with gloss, but I thought I'd show you some glosses as well. Then we've got the House of Sillage in Night. I think I wore this in one of my videos recently. It's kind of a sheer color, but it's just a nice neutral, kind of evens out your skin tone type of lipstick. Then this is old, but I love it. It's Glowing Gen. I have it on right now, and I was looking for something kind of like salmony colored, rose colored, somewhere in between there with some warmth in it. Yeah, this goes with almost anything. I think it was my favorite of the year last year. And then this Sisley number 41 is stunning. So if you were looking at this, I love it. And then for the lip glosses, I've been topping things off. I've got the Wayne Goss Cherry Blossom. I really like this one just all by itself too. It does something to even out my skin tone on my lips. And I love to top off lipsticks with it. Actually, I have it on now. So I put it in the middle of my lips. And then this is another lip gloss I love, is the Chanel in True. So it has a beautiful corally shade to it. So if I need to warm up a lipstick, this is a great one to do that with. It kind of brightens it and warms it up. I do love this Guerlain Cream Shadow Stick. I've been using it for daily. I don't know if you remember the wear test, but I wore this on my wear test for the La Mer versus Sisley. And at the end of the day, if you noticed, I didn't mention it, I should have said something, but this is what I used that day, and it had not moved the whole day. During the whole wear test, I had not touched it up, anything like that, and it looked just like it did when I applied it many hours. I even applied this before the foundation, so I probably had it on over 12 hours, but this is really nice. This I love, not necessarily this specific product, but having a liquid liner back in my kind of tools is really nice. I love the Tom Ford one. I just love the flexibility of it. But this is nice because any liquid liner is nice because it just intensifies. So I do have that on today. So yeah, so liquid liner, always great to have. I'm surprised I've gone that long without having one. I have a couple eyeliners. The Chanel Noir Intense is a beautiful black liner. That is one of the most intense black shades that I've used. It's really great. Like I said, liquid liners are very intense, and I kind of want to match that if I'm putting something in the tight line area. So that one is really beautiful for that. Yeah, one of the nicest black eyeliners I've tried, and there are so many black eyeliners out there. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, move, anything like that. Sometimes with waterproof eyeliners, they can kind of stick, like my eyes will get dry and they'll start to like get sticky throughout the day. I don't get that with the Chanel one. And then finally, there's this Marc Jacobs liner that I picked up. I really like it for the waterline. It's a taupe color, adds a little bit of shimmer, but it's very neutral. So I like it for that reason. Almost forgot, this is the Sephora Quick Clean, Dry Clean, because I've been using colors with the eyeshadows I've been using, and if I wash the brush every time I need to change it, yeah, that's too many times. So this lets me switch colors and get that brush clean. So if you haven't tried it, all you do is you spray it, and then you put it on the brush, and then you rub the brush on a paper towel or a clean towel, and it's dry and ready to go. So I like that. There's no like downtime between them. So yeah, it says, no water is necessary as formula dries instantly for immediate brush reuse. So I love that about it. So if you are, and it's lasted a while. I mean, I've had it since, actually my husband got this for me for Christmas, and I just started using it. He read that it was one of the popular items on Sephora, so I think that's why he picked it up. He did his research, but it's really nice. So if you are like me and you don't have like tons of brushes, and also you can't wash them like twice a day, and you need to keep switching colors. But that is it for my favorites. So please let me know what your favorites have been. I always, again, learn so much from you. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. And that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks.